So I'm going to give you like a 30-minute speech about the exercise, but actually more about methodology. And then we go step by step, almost 2 hours, how to actually accomplish a goal, how to actually bring innovation model into your companies. So in the morning, basically we were talking quite a lot that it's very difficult to actually turn great idea into great business. You can have many ideas in your company, but how to actually make money out of it. And it's getting more complicated because of many reasons. But we have to really remember that innovation is bringing product and services to the market. So the commercialization actually and delivery process, it is a tricky part. So we can have great ideas about products and services, but how actually to deliver in the market. So 30 years ago, 20 years ago, in most business schools and companies were focusing how to actually develop great products and services. In the morning, all great speakers emphasized many times that innovation, it's not about only product and service itself. It's not about technology. It's much, much more. And actually, these 7 innovation engines, this gives you quite diverse understanding what kind of innovation opportunities or innovation types you can have in your company. So product innovation is 30 years old, service innovation 20 years old, but you would like to develop modern companies, so you have to look into different innovation opportunities. So companies who don't look into different innovation opportunities are getting into what we call innovation traps. So actually it means that companies are so focusing on one product, or actually nowadays even into one service, that they don't understand this value actually, which comes from products and services, is something different than product and service itself as a functionality. So what we call innovation traps, and why these innovation traps appear is because manufacturing knowledge about how to produce products or even how to really develop services are so widely distributed, so it's not any more competitive advantage. So basically, you can buy any technology very quickly, all manufacturers of different technologies. Companies will deliver turnkey solutions for you. So technology and products and service itself, this is kind of trap, and you have to understand the value architecture Stefan and Patrick was talking about. But still, you want to be different. So if you're just developing and if you have products and services in your house, you want to be different. This is about innovation, to be different and also collect more money based on your diversity. So, and another topic, you still want to grow. So how to grow very fast. This has been a very essential topic for many companies in many different industries. In Europe, we don't talk about growth so much, but in the United States, obviously, the growth is most interesting indicator for any stakeholders around corporate life. So what's really interesting about growth models is that the growth is really speeding up. So this is a list of companies, you know most of them, all of them. So for a Hewlett-Packard, it took like a decades to become a big company. We're talking about $1 billion evaluation company. For Google and Twitter, it was a little bit, not anymore decades. It took like 10 years and 4 years. Facebook just 2 years. But recently we have seen quite interesting companies. Groupon, Snapchat, and obviously WhatsApp, what was a great news just a month ago. So for these companies, it took just 12 months to become 1 billion company, 1 billion valuation company. And in terms of WhatsApp, as you heard probably last week, within 12, 14 months, they actually acquired hundreds of millions of users. So for companies, in terms of innovation, most important question is, how can I grow based on innovation? And if you don't really need growth, significant growth in your company, probably innovation is not the topic so much interest. So when we started to develop this kind of canvas for you, innovation engine canvas, we wanted to understand basically two things. So how to be different from my competitors, which innovation engines give me this kind of difference from my competitors, and how can I grow very quickly. So basically what we talk about here is that you should go and innovate beyond products and services. It may happen that you have a product and service which is very well protected, let's say, with patents or some other mediums, but still you should think about in terms of value creation and your value architecture, how to go beyond products and services. So the poster in front of you, there are 5 different layers. I very briefly explain what these layers are all about. And this iEngines methodology, it is actually suitable for any size of company. Why is that? Because actually, if you look into these 7 innovation engines, these are 7 different types of innovation. And now the question is for you as a company reps, what kind of type of innovation you would prefer? What kind of type of innovation or innovation engine you would believe would be most valuable in terms of growth? If you actually find out the answer to these questions, probably you actually can deliver much better value to your customer. So remember in the morning, great speakers were talking about value delivery, and if you really identify which innovation engines right for your company, your products and services, then you can really deliver value as well. And as I already repeated many times, when you really build this focus in terms of selecting, let's say, 4 innovation engines, it gives you really growth, which is maybe not a case when you're doing more general innovation development in your organization. So I briefly explain a little bit about this innovation engine poster, which is in front of you. So we have 7 innovation engines. Inside every engine, there is a specific question which you should have to answer. And you have description in Lithuanian language as well, with some examples. What do we mean by that? So if you answer this question, you basically have to describe what's unique about in your organization, let's say about design or channel or customer engagement, or your company is very unique because of revenue model or processes what you are developing. So I give you some examples, engine by engine. What do we mean by that? And these examples somehow sum up all these case studies what were mentioned during morning session by our keynote speakers. So first engine, it's about customer as an innovation opportunity. So customer, we have very specific question, who do you want your customers to become? So this is not anymore question, who is your customers, but who do you want your customers become? And it's a great story with Lego, as we already discussed in the morning. So when Lego started up, Lego saw actually their kids as a customers, as architects who wanted to build houses and bridges. But that, as already Stefan explained, Lego got into many problems, almost in bankruptcy, and they had to really revise all innovation process in Lego. So they developed very unique system how to combine whole innovation process and integrate it into Hollywood movie blockbusters process. So, and what they actually wanted customers to become, 5 to 7 years old kids, they wanted their customers to be really superheroes who are actually saving the world. So what they actually did, they developed specific minifigures, not anymore architects, but minifigures about different heroes, in this case Batman, who is going to save the world. And they followed every movie in Hollywood in the same pattern. If some movie came up, they immediately created these kind of heroes, and obviously it gave a lot of growth based on this understanding. So in terms of customer, if you understand customer differently than your competitor, so you can really spot your growth avenues doing so. Another example for tangible business, car industry. So you can really imagine 3 different examples. What actually Henry Ford wanted their customers to become before Ford Model T. or Tesla Model S. So basically when Elon Musk in California, he founded a company to really actually disrupt car mobility in terms of electric cars. So what was a really objective here was completely different driver in head of Elon Musk and Tesla when they created a great company now worth of billions of dollars. Or myself, I like the car by Google self-driving car. So I've been driving quite many miles with a car. It's a really great experience. And Google has a completely different understanding who they want their customers to become producing Google self-driving cars in the future. So now we go more traditional engines. Next engine is iEngine. It's an offering. It's a classical product and service. If you still believe that you have very strong product or service compared to your competitor, you should definitely use this innovation engine as well. I have some examples here what actually is kind of different tactics behind offering. You can focus on just performance. Your product is performing much better than your competitor. In this case, Lexus developed a special engine many years ago, which was very, very quiet compared to competitor. And they added very nice advertisement, putting champagne glasses top of it, explaining that if you're really doing a very quiet engine, you can even drink champagne top of it. So this was a performance focus. Of course, in offering, you can play different innovation strategies. You can focus on product system. You develop different products which fit together and create a new value for customer. Obviously, this is a very simple case. In terms of Lego, you can do different things with different technologies and products as well. So you're creating product system in terms, not just one product, but product system brings value. Or what's more and more, you're actually adding services. You're adding services top of the product, which gives a lot of value additional. A lot of companies who are manufacturing devices or products, say, consider to add services because services gives you much bigger value added, gives you much better information about your customer. And what's really interesting, it enables you to engage your customer much more strongly. And this case from Nike, you very well know, probably Nike is producing sportswear, sports shoes. And now they have adopted many different services in cooperation with Apple, iTunes, as well different sports trackers to really measure activities. And if you already have all your sports data, running data related to your tracker, and this is related to sports shoes, you don't really want to change any sports shoes anymore. Next innovation engine can be design. Let's say you don't identify unique customer segment. Let's say you don't identify product which is completely different in terms of functionality. You can still innovate through design. So this will be very important in the future as expected. So this company is a very interesting company. What do you think about this company? Where is this company coming from? This is ice cream maker Häagen-Dazs. United States is the correct answer. So many people might guess it comes from Scandinavia, Denmark, or something like this. But no, it's coming from United States. And actually, two inventors of this very good ice cream, Häagen-Dazs, invented company by designing ice cream as a Scandinavian, very pure and very ecologically nice ice cream. So all people in the United States believed it's coming from Denmark, and obviously they had to invent the name for ice cream itself. And it's very interesting that Häagen-Dazs, what do you think what it means? Copenhagen something? Good guess, I like it. Any more guesses? So actually Häagen-Dazs doesn't mean absolutely anything. They just took letters which remind you that it can be from Copenhagen or from Denmark. So they just took letters and put this kind of name for ice cream. So design is very powerful to actually bring new value to the customers. Next innovation is about channel. It may happen that you're actually innovating only through channel. If you're developing completely new channel, which is not the case for your competitors. And one of the most unique systems what we have seen recently comes from Amazon company. So Amazon wanted to develop completely new channel in terms of drones which can actually deliver products and mainly products less than 30 minutes during less than 30 minutes, which are very light packages behind your door, and you can do it in big cities. So the speed is very important, and of course this kind of technology will really disrupt how you deliver small packages. And Amazon actually came just months ago with a new channel strategy. They start to deliver products before you actually buy them. How to do that? Exactly, you guess. So basically it's called predictive delivery. Say look into your purchases last Christmas. If you're buying many video games, for example, next Christmas they deliver already the upfront and most fashionable video games into your city because they know you are gonna buy it. And if you really push a button, you get it in the evening. So basically, there's many opportunities to innovate in channel. And also, next one is a customer engagement. So 30 years ago, if we would have this workshop here, we would call it marketing innovation. But now we have a more fashionable words. We have a customer engagement. This type of innovation helps you to grow your customer base very fast. And one great story already Stefan presented about Harley Davidson. And Harley Davidson also has developed specific community system which helps actually sell more and more in terms of this kind of motorbikes. So many often, if you do it in a right way, community build, community structure and strategy can help you to innovate in terms of customer acquisition quite a lot. And there are many technologies which actually available very soon, and some of already today in terms of CRM. So basically how you're gonna really engage your customers. A lot of these are obviously related to different kind of big data, which you can collect from social networks, but also many different sources in order to understand what your customer want and how to actually engage them more in an appealing way. Another technology which impacts and tactics quite a lot customer engagement is gamification. So companies are getting more into gamification tactics. So whatever products or service you are selling, even bananas, you can sell more through gamification, which is kind of a new boom as well. So now we go to the last two innovation engines. Process is classical innovation. So Patrick Staller showed you classical process innovation example. So in an organization, you can have basically two different kind of processes. One is product development process, which can be very innovative and very source of innovation. And another one is just manufacturing or logistics, so or inventory management. So usual core processes. So what concerns new product development, Nike has very great service basically. You can go on the web page and design sport shoes yourself. It's called Nike ID. So they organize product development in a unique way. And today already 20% of all Nike pairs which are sold over online basically are somehow designed by users or customers. I did it as well in the morning. So I designed my pair of Nike shoes. I was able to collect, change the colors, what I liked more. And I also wrote my first name and then family name here. And just paying quite small, about 15% more than usually, I can have my special pair of shoes in a 20 days in my postal office. So if you organize product development somehow differently than your customers, this is really competitive advantage and you can grow very quickly. But processes can be more simple. Process can be manufacturing, logistics. It can be also inventory management. Actually, a world largest retail, Walmart, is organizing inventory management system in a very unique way. Systems that actually give store managers really ability to identify changing behavior of buyers. So if there is a behavioral change, how customers buy some certain things, immediately they see the visualization why and how this change actually happened. And then, of course, they help customers to change back their behaviors in order to really buy the right things. So this can be really innovation in logistics, delivery, inventory, in many other processes as well. And finally, revenue models. There was already some examples in revenue models. So how you collect money, this is really great source of innovation. We were talking about leasing and many prepayment cases. So I just add a last one, which is Spotify case. It's a digital music company. And this is very interesting because this small company actually is a really big problem nowadays for Apple, because Apple iTunes is considered already kind of old model of delivering digital music. So what actually Spotify proposed actually subscription. So let's assume you just pay one small amount of money every month, and you can consume how much music you actually want. So subscription was so much unique at that time that really this user base started to grow up very quickly. And Spotify actually invented once more revenue model, said, okay, subscription is not even not enough, let's have premium or ad supported version. Basically you can download the most popular or any music free of charge. Of course you have to listen some ads as well. So if you disrupt the revenue model in this scale, your company is growing actually very, very quickly in terms of millions of users. So this was a very short examples, different innovation engines, altogether several of them. So I just show you once again Lego case as well. So you see companies focusing on 3-4 different innovation engines in different periods. So very often innovation engines change because of different periods and competitions. So Lego was at the beginning focusing on kids as architects. They developed modular system. Even today this is a topic. And focusing on localization. So they basically adopted the local hot topics into these play sets. Next period, they also already started to develop figures and added some functionality. So they developed Lego robots and they adopted strategic design and process in terms of innovation as a non-stop experiments, how to do non-stop experiments in-house. What it actually meant, it meant that say immediately, as I explained, you started product development according to Hollywood movie blockbuster movies. And there was a decision in Lego that any person in organization can stop this kind of product manufacturing if he or she sees or feels that the blockbuster movie viewing is going down. So very quickly operation stopped and they focused to the new movie. And finally, the third period, they focused on superhero mentality. Of course, they have still a great sort of product system, but this was not anymore most important. They started even more about design implementation in organization in every respect. But now they turned more in customer engagement. They created co-creation communities. So users, which Stefan Lindegard showed you, who actually developing new Lego sets, and they also innovate through channel. They actually went into video games. You can download in different applications, including TVs now, Lego video games, and this is kind of new channel deliver the value, not anymore the product as a toy clicks. So back to iEngines. This is a poster. In the poster there are 5 layers. First 2 layers will be introduced in team by team leader. So team leader just explains what is a vision of the company, what's the objectives, and how much company wants to grow, and obviously explains about market and technology. So you remember there are many different technologies, and obviously this is impacting your innovation and growth agenda as well. But more you would like to probably adapt to customer changes, because your technology is changing, but your customer is changing as well. So you see a lot of different customer segments which could be interest for you in order to focus instead of going into design or some other areas of innovation. So there are very unique customer segments. And remember this discussion in the morning about niche markets. Niche markets can actually indeed give you really global power in terms of your products and services. So there will be specific customer segments in the future. You can really identify that like a first innovation engine. And if you focus on that, you probably grow very nicely as well. So customer discovery is important indeed, as Patrick van der Biel explained to you. So 7 innovation engines. There is a question behind each engine. Be very creative to answer the question, what you actually do differently compared to your competitors. But you have to be focused. So in focus, it means you have to select only a couple of engines which you are going to be better than your competitor. So select maximum 4 engines at the end of the process, not more. And this you can visually see under the airplane as well. So 4 is enough. If you do 3, it's still very good. Remember Spotify just innovating only through innovation engine. So because it's so disruptive. So focusing is about really saying no. So when we talk about partnership, open innovations, this comes here. And what you're doing in your organization in terms of culture and rewards, incentives, and all this kind of stuff. Don't look at this as a general topic. Okay, we go to in our organization, let's do something innovative culture. No, this is not the case. You should think about how to actually streamline your partnership, your open innovation incentives, as well organizational activities to specific engine. Let's say design here. So this is very important. And partnership and organizational settings you can discuss in home. We don't have time to do it in this session, just to explain what it is. So tactics gives your engine kind of growth. It fuels your engine how to grow very quickly. And tactics are not really innovation engines itself. So, and partnership, I already explained. This is about how to use your partners' resources, competencies to grow even faster. And in terms of organizations, how I'm organizing my people and team and competencies to really lift up this innovation engine, what I've selected. And finally, it's a roadmap. So you basically think about 6 key activities which actually can help your company to grow. So it helps you to streamline and focus in terms of action lines as well.